Good morning, students. You are with Bindu Chaudhary and we are continuing our last chapter of history, India after independence. Today we are taking its part third, but before taking part third, we just recall about the previous one, how India got freedom and how after independence many amendments, many things took place, a lot of change there. Actually, what happened? Economic development is also necessary and unity of provincial states is also necessary. But circumstances was so much changed on that time, so it took a long process and our leaders took initiative for the betterment of our country. In this part, we are proceeding about the speeches of Dr. Ambedkar and further what's happened in our history after independence. See, in his final speech to the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Ambedkar pointed out that political democracy had to be accompanied by economic and social democracy. As just we had discussed about the economic development, same Dr. Ambedkar pointed out that political democracy, it's okay, it is necessary, but it accompanied by the economic and social democracy. That's the right path for the betterment of any country. So, in our social and economic lives, we shall, by reason of our social and economic structure, continue to deny the principle of one man, one value. So, this one is the theme by Ambedkar, and he pointed out that it's okay, political democracy is there, but with political democracy, what? Economic and social needs also going on parallelly. So, how were states to be formed? This one is also the main question in the minds of the leaders, because near about 565 states or provincial states was there, and with them what happened? With them near about something switched off to Pakistan, and remaining they wanted to be stay with the India, and it's a big challenge for the formation of the states. So, back in the 1920s, when we are talking about the Indian National Congress, the main party of the freedom struggle, had promised that once the country won independence, each major linguistic group would have its own province. See, in the 1920, Indian National Congress declared about the linguistic groups. Linguistic groups, as linguistic groups have, so they have their own provinces. So, it's clear in the year 1920 about the linguistic states or provinces to be formed. However, after independence, the Congress did not take any steps to honor this promise. Starting में 1920 में तो ये promise कर लिया गया था कि it's okay, whatever may be the positions, but after independence, each linguistic state had its own province. But after freedom, नथिंग हैपेंड, और क्या होता है, कांग्रेस अपने खुद के ही प्रॉमिस को पूरा करने में सफल नहीं हो पाती है और स्टेप्स ही नहीं लेती हैं. फॉर इंडिया हैड बीन डिवाइडेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ रिलीजन. Yeah, we all know this one. So, despite the wishes and efforts of the Mahatma Gandhi, freedom had come not to one nation but to two. So, this one is the partition time, and as we all know that our India divided in the religion states. So, each each state had different religions and linguistic languages also. So, Mahatma Gandhi's effort of freedom had not come only with this one, but it comes with the two nations concept, not with the one nation concept. As a result of the partition of India, more than 1 million people had been killed in riots between Hindus and Muslims, as we studied already that after the independence or before the independence in our previous chapters, what happened when the partition time was going on that time, many Hindus was switching off from Pakistan to India and many Muslims was switching off from India to Pakistan. And on that time what happened, near about millions of people had been killed. They may be Hindus or they may be Muslims. So could the country afford further divisions on the basis of language? It's okay. One nation or the concept of two nation, one nation India, but the concept divided and we got our two nations, one of Pakistan and one of India. But when in the formation of the states of India, what happened, students? The again main problem arises with the division of states with the basis of the languages. So it's okay. आप कह रहे हैं मुस्लिम पाकिस्तान में चले गए हैं, आप ये भी हमारे साथ डिस्कस कर चुके हैं बच्चों कि कैसे वहाँ पे मिलियंस पीपल जो हैं वो किल्ड हो गए थे, कितना वुमेंस को, चिल्ड्रंस को स्ट्रगल करना पड़ा था, कितना उनका हरेसमेंट किया गया था. सेम थिंग कि अब वापस इंडिया में जब स्टेट्स का फॉर्मेशन हो रहा है उस समय क्या वापस लैंग्वेज बेस्ड स्टेट्स बनाने की आवश्यकता है क्या? बट 1920 में क्या हुआ, कांग्रेस, इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस ने प्रॉमिस किया था कि हम लिंग्विस्टिक बेस्ड प्रोविंसेस बनवाएंगे. सो both the prime ministers Nehru and deputy prime minister Vallabhbhai Patel, as we had discussed Vallabhbhai Patel in our previous chapters question answer session, last question. So both our prime minister and deputy prime minister were against the creation of linguistic states. They were not in favor of maintaining the new states on the basis of linguistic. So when Nehru went to campaign there during the general elections of 1952, he was met with black flags and slogans demanding, "We want Andhra." So against the prime minister, many flags, many black flags and slogans raised out, and they demanded, "We want Andhra." And the condition occurs in the year 1952. इट्स ओके, इलेक्शन के बाद में सब कुछ हो गया था, लेकिन अभी भी जो लिंग्विस्टिक बेस्ड डिमांड थी वो अभी भी कंटिन्यू हो रही थी बच्चों. सी दिस वन, Patti Shrimallu, the Gandhian leader who died fasting for a separate state for the Telugu speakers. It's okay. In the maintaining of the constitution, this question always arises if you needs a Hindi language. So the southernmost members always criticize that no, it's not possible for ourselves. So we switched off from India to Pakistan, but not allowed that one on that condition. और होता क्या है बच्चों कि उनको कहा जाता है आप थोड़ा सा धीरज रखिए, हम हिंदी को सिर्फ राष्ट्रभाषा बनाएंगे, हम हिंदी को ऐसा ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज बोल के नहीं बनाएंगे, कोर्ट लैंग्वेज बोल के नहीं बनाएंगे. बट लिंग्विस्टिक प्रॉब्लम अराइजेज एंड इन आंध्रा Shrimallu died because of hunger strike. So in October of that year, a veteran Gandhian named Patti Shrimallu went on a hunger strike demanding the formation of Andhra state to protect the interests of Telugu speakers. So on that time it became a critical situation about the Indians, about the leaders especially, that अगर आंध्रा में एक आदमी ने स्ट्राइक करके उनकी डेथ हो गई है, then what about the other states, वहाँ पे क्या होगा? So as the fast went on, it attracted much support, not from the Telugu state but all from the other parts of India also. So hadtals and burns were observed in many towns, On 15th December 1952, 58 days into his fast. See, 58 days into his fast, Patti Sri Mallu died only because of the linguistic state Andhra for the purpose of the Telugu speaking peoples. So, as a newspaper put it, the news of the passing away of Sri Mallu engulfed entire Andhra in chaos. और न्यूज़पेपर्स में बड़े बड़े अक्षरों में इस न्यूज़ को छापा गया था. The protests were so widespread and intense that the central government was forced to give it to the demand. बहुत ही बुरी कंडीशन हो गई थी, चारों तरफ हड़ताल, बंद, विरोध, लोगों के द्वारा विरोध जताने शुरू हो गए थे. और ये श्री मल्लू की जो डेथ हुई थी, इस डेथ से हमारे जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं, हमारे जो डिप्टी प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं वल्लभ भाई पटेल, वो सब हिल चुके थे. एंड it's okay, the intense demand of the new state, central government was forced to give it to the demand. That is the main reason Andhra formed out. But what about the other states? What about the other linguistic provinces? What happened to them? Thus, on 1st October 1953, the new state of Andhra, कब बना था बच्चों नया स्टेट? नया स्टेट आंध्र प्रदेश बना था 1 अक्टूबर 1953. सो आपको पता चल रहा होगा बच्चों, इट टेक्स लॉन्ग ईयर्स, लॉन्ग डेज, लॉन्ग टाइमिंग फॉर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ प्रेजेंट इंडिया. So, new state of Andhra came into being, which subsequently became Andhra Pradesh. आंध्रा को ही हम आज आंध्र प्रदेश कहते हैं. After the creation of Andhra, other linguistic, as usual, I had already discussed with you this thing, that what happened to other linguistic states. If Andhra got its own state, Telugu peoples got its own state, then what about the other linguistic states or provinces? What happened to them? See, after the creation of Andhra, other linguistic communities also demanded their own separate state. एक को स्वीकृति मिल चुकी थी, तो जो दूसरे भाषाई जो प्रोविंसेस थे वो भी डिमांड करने लग गए थे बच्चों की हमें भी एक अलग स्टेट दिया जाए, हमारा भी एक अलग लिंग्विस्टिक स्टेट होना ही चाहिए. सो a state reorganization commission was set up especially for the formation of a state, which submitted its report in the year 1956 and recommending the redrawing of district and provincial boundaries to form compact provinces of Assamese, Bengali, Odia, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada and Telugu speaking रेस्पेक्टिवली. अब देखिए क्या हुआ, आंध्रा को जब 1953 में 1 अक्टूबर में स्टेट घोषित कर दिया गया, एंड आफ्टर दैट इन द ईयर 1956 द रिपोर्ट वाज सबमिटेड बाय द कमीशन, एंड इन दैट रिपोर्ट व्हाट हैपेंड, द रिड्रॉइंग ऑफ डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड प्रोविंशियल बाउंड्रीज only and only to form the compact, only and only to form the compact provinces of different linguistic states. For an example, Assamese, Bengalis, Odia, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu and Kannada etc. respectively. So it's the formation was going on step by step in the last 1956 with the committee members. This one is declared, and the large Hindi speaking region of North India was also to be broken into several states. अब ठीक है, ये उस साइड का जो इलाका था उस सारे इलाके को क्या कर दिया गया, अलग अलग भाषाई लिंग्विस्टिक लैंग्वेजेस के हिसाब से जो स्टेट बन रहे थे उनमें डिवाइड कर दिया गया. बट अभी भी क्या हो रहा था, बहुत सारी ऐसी पार्ट्स थे, रीजन्स थे जहाँ पे हिंदी बोली जाती थी. सो दिस नॉर्थ पार्ट वॉज ऑल्सो डिवाइडेड इनटू सेवरल स्टेट्स. सी a little later in the year 1960, the bilingual state of Bombay was divided into separate states for Marathis and Gujarati speakers. Bombay को divide कर दिया गया in the year 1960 between Marathi and Gujarati speakers में. Then in the year 1966, the state of Punjab was also divided into Punjab and हरियाणा. पंजाब के भी दो टुकड़े कर दिए गए. दो टुकड़ों में एक टुकड़ा था हरियाणा और दूसरा टुकड़ा था पंजाब का. And the former for the Punjabi speakers who were also mostly Sikhs. The later for the rest who spoke not Punjabi but versions of Haryanvi or Hindi. So in the Haryana, mainly Haryanvi or Hindi speakings or the version of the Punjabis stayed there, and in Punjab mostly Sikhs was there. So all things divided as per the linguistic basis. See this one. This one is our map, and when we are thinking about the princely states, all these were princely states of that time. And see, अलग अलग इनको दिया गया. बट हम बात करते हैं 14 अगस्त 1947 में इंडियन प्रोविंसेस, दिस वन, एंड ब्रिटिश इंडिया. इन दिस ब्रिटिश इंडिया वी हैड दिस states. Okay, so the concept is clear to all of you that Indian provinces and princely states before 14th August 1947, this was the situation in the year 1947. But what happened in the year 1956? 1st of November, इंडियन स्टेट्स का कंडीशन देखिए यहाँ पे. erstwhile princely states, all these were princely states. See this one, this area, this one area, and other states. In other states we have this one, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Assam, West Bengal, Odisha, MP, Andhra, Madras, Bombay, and this area. So 1956 तक अपनी ये पोजीशन आई थी आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस. अभी भी हम कहें प्रिंसली स्टेट्स में तो ये एरिया कवर हो रहा था, बट अदर स्टेट्स में हमारा ये जो एरिया है ये कवर हो रहा था. एंड सी दिस वन, इंडियन स्टेट्स इन द ईयर 1975, lot of changes was there. See this one, totally our India is there. No provinces, no other states, nothing else. All was divided in some states or other states. See this one also. The bridge on the Mahanadi river constructed to control the flow of water. हम ये नहीं कह सकते हैं कि वहाँ पे only formation of states was going on that time. Many economic developments and many other developments was also running on that time, and this one is the bridge on the Mahanadi river, and this constructed only for the controlling of the water. हम देखते हैं कि बांध क्यों बनाए जाते हैं? फॉर द कंट्रोलिंग ऑफ द वाटर. सो मैनी चेंजेस वर गोइंग ऑन इन आवर इंडिया, एंड फ्रॉम दैट वन वी कन्फर्म दैट बिफोर इंडिपेंडेंस वी were divided in the princely states and other states. But after 1956, what happened? After the formation of our India and formation of new states, some were the province states and some other states were there, and in the year 1975 all states had their own legal languages, legal power, legal everything. We will continue our remaining portion in our next part. Stay with us because this one is the interesting chapter of the development of our India after independence. So stay with us. Have a nice day.